it's always good to learn new things, right?
But you guys have also quickly grabbed it by the neck and really took it to...
It's a very violent metaphor. Welcome everyone to episode 44 of Yellow Colored Glasses. It is Travis, Jannie, and Caleb today.
Woo!
And we're taking over the podcast for the time being. So we're going to start out with a little review. Caleb's going to read it for us.
Yep. So Amy C says they were very helpful and even worked outside of normal business hours to answer questions. Also, they saved us quite a bit of money. Thanks, Amy.
Thank you, Amy. That was very kind of you. We always love reviews. So if we have helped you out at all, even if it didn't result in a quote or in a sold policy, if you had a positive experience with us, feel free to leave us a Google review because those help us out tremendously. So
nice.
Thanks, Amy.
Thanks, Amy. I guess just to start it off, what's been our peaks and our pits? What's our ups and our downs?
Peaks being the highlight,
the highs and the lows,
and the pits being the lows.
Lots of lows this weekend.
Oh gosh.
Lots of lows.
I don't know. Should we talk? Can we talk?
I don't think. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, peaks and pits. I feel like you're both looking at me, so I'm gonna feel obligated.
Yeah.
Okay?
We're pressuring you to go first, Travis.
Okay, peaks and pits. The peak has been a recent change from personal lines to commercial auto.
Yeah.
So that has been quite fun. I would say the pits that go along with that is the learning curve.
The learning curve, yes.
Yeah, a lot of things I just nod my head and I say, but I have no clue what they're talking about.
Well, we're kind of in the same boat because I also just made a transition from personal lines to commercial lines. And while there is some crossover, it is like a totally new zip code.
Whole new ball game.
Yeah.
Different sport.
There's a lot of learning to do, and sometimes it's overwhelming, but also it's always good to learn new things, right?
Yeah.
But you guys have also quickly grabbed it by the neck and really took it to...
It's a very violent metaphor.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, you guys have you've ridden the bull by the horns and really taken it on head on.
But yeah, the peak is, I'd say, the excitement. I feel like I get to embrace my salesman's personality a lot more. It's a lot more wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, you like that part of it.
I love that part of it.
Yeah, because you've been in sales for a while.
A long time.
Yeah, just not insurance sales.
Not insurance sales, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's been really good. It's been really exciting.
Yeah.
What about you, Caleb?
A little more fast-paced.
Wait, that was a peak and a pit.
Peak and a pit.
They were
one and the same.
Okay.
Basically.
Yes. Caleb, your turn.
My peak, teaching everybody. I know that's more of a spread across a couple months, but still, I think that's a peak for me. I like teaching, and I like helping people, and I don't know. I love it.
Doesn't it?
Makes me feel good. Teaching something, even though sometimes I'm terrible at it, it's still a peak for me. And then my pitfall, my sleep pattern, terrible lately. Terrible. So that's been my pitfall. It's every night and every morning, pretty much.
Can we just talk about the fact that Caleb, on the weekends, will stay up until like 5 a.m?
It's just a normal thing for him.
That's a regular occurrence. And I think I would be dead if I did that.
I have no obligations. That's why I stay up so late. And I take full advantage of it until I have way more obligations.
That's true. Take advantage of it now while you are in full control.
Exactly. So even though it's a pitfall, it's also an advantage because I actually get a lot of stuff done.
Okay.
When people are sleeping.
Exactly.
When the rest of the world is sleeping, Caleb is awake and vice versa. That's a great schedule for you.
But yeah, that's pretty much my peaks and my pits. But,
Okay.
So, Jannie?
Very good. My peak is, I feel like I have a lot of peaks this month. I had a really good time hosting my oldest daughter's graduation party, but I'm also glad that it's over because I don't like planning stuff like that. Like, the planning part is kind of the pit, and I still don't have everything put away. I'm putting it away in stages because you have to have a lot of stuff for those parties. A lot of memorabilia, all of those things you've been saving for 18 years, and you get out for the graduation party.
What do you do with them after?
Well, you pack them away because one day she might want them for herself.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a thing. Well, because your kids, you're just getting started. All of Hadley's artwork and her precious little stories.
All of those things.
Make sure you know where all of that stuff goes because you will be getting it out 18 years from now when she graduates. So
Okay.
consider this your warning.
Noted.
Yes, noted. And
Got
then when your son in a few years starts, you'll have to start that process all over again. Yeah. So that was a peak and a pit. Having to be organized for that entire thing was my pit, but my peak was it was a lot of fun and I had a great time.
Okay.
Kind of looking back through all that stuff, and then I have vacation at the end of this month, so I'm looking forward to that.
Where are you going?
I'm going to go to Universal Studios with my kids.
Have you ever been before?
I have never been. So two of my
Oh.
kids went last year with their dad, and my oldest daughter wasn't able to be there with them. She had to stay back for another commitment. But she's been separately with a school group, so we've never all been together.
Are you getting the fast pass?
I absolutely am getting the fast pass.
Those
Yeah.
other people are psychos.
I have heard that don't even bother going unless you get the fast pass. So
Yeah.
Facts.
yeah, so that's what
Okay.
I'm really looking forward to that, and hanging out with them, spending time with them. This is kind of like our last hurrah before I get married at the end of this year.
That's a big peak.
That's a big peak. I'm telling you, 2023 is all the major
On the
life
up and up.
changes are happening. Yeah.
On the up and up. I like
Yeah,
that.
just doing all of it in the same year. So
Well, I think that we should do a peak and a pit for this weekend.
Oh, okay. Would
This
you
is
like
a-
to explain what happened this
Yeah,
weekend?
so we
first?
had a great networking event
Yes,
over
we
in
did.
Omaha, Nebraska with one of our insurance partners.
Hi guys in Omaha,
Hey,
by the
everybody
way.
over there. We had a great time. There was lots of peaks, maybe
Correct.
just as many pits. But those were like the next day, the next morning.
Yeah.
You know. But I think the peaks far outweighed that. Had a good golf tournament.
Yeah.
Yes.
Swung some golf clubs around, met some people. Did
You
a
had
lot
to
of-
meet lots of people.
I met everybody.
Yeah. Oh, can we also talk about the fact that I may have given Travis a nickname that is going to stick with him for probably the rest of his life.
Anybody
Yeah.
that I talked to from Omaha.
And first of all, I am shocked that this name has never come up before. Apparently, I'm the first one who has ever called him this. But when we were introducing him to our business partners,
in a room full of people.
full of people who had never met him before.
Mm-hmm.
I think, was it Jake introducing you as Travis Thompson?
Mm-hmm.
And I piped in and I was like, but you guys can call him Travie T.
No one's
if
ever
you
called
want
me
to.
that.
Nobody.
Was that a peak or a pit right there? Having like 90% of the
It's
people
okay
know
if it
you.
was a
Threw
pit.
me off either
Threw him
way.
off, caught him off guard, and really, literally, for the rest of the weekend, that's why
Everybody.
he was known. So honestly, that was a bit of a peak for me because I've never given somebody a nickname that's taken off.
That was a
so
first
quickly.
for you too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So we both had a first. And by the way, you're welcome.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
say thank you later on that night because a lot of people that I didn't remember the names. Travie T. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey,
I know.
dang it, Jannie.
See what I'm telling you? These people will never forget your name now.
Yeah,
It was very memorable.
Yeah, that's very
Whether you like the name or not,
it's stuck with
it's
me.
gonna stick.
I
Yeah.
might get it tattooed on my chest.
I think you
don't.
should. I think you should. Oh, that was a thing that didn't happen. Getting tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
we were
Caleb was
planning
gonna give his sister Michaela a smiley face tattoo because Caleb does that. He does his own tattoos. And
I couldn't find it.
Oh.
I don't know where it's at. I think I shoved it somewhere, or either I threw
that.
it
We should probably
away.
disclose he doesn't have like a professional setup and he does it for
No.
a hobby.
he ordered a tattoo gun from Amazon
From
because
Amazon.
who knew?
Actually, it makes weird
Because-
noises whenever I turn it
China.
on. Like it sounds like it's getting electrocuted.
Yeah.
So
I personally, I like you a lot, Caleb, but I'm not going to let you come near me with a tattoo gun you bought off of Amazon.
at least I do it properly. Like I use isopropyl alcohol and stuff to make sure that I'm not going to give you guys like some bad infection.
Which I
Appreciate.
support that and appreciate,
And-
but
and in
I'm
my opinion-
still not.
Everyone thinks I did a bad job on my tattoos. Well, it's probably because I was doing it to myself.
And it was your first time
Yeah, it was my first time.
and you had a very cheap tattoo.
Very cheap. It was like $50.
Yep.
Yeah, so that kind of explained the reason why it was so bad.
Fine. Okay, so no tattoos. In
No
Omaha.
tattoos
That's
happen
okay.
in Omaha.
There's way more peaks than pits. The pits was literally the next day. I just didn't want to
Yeah.
get out of bed.
Yeah, we were up late 2 nights in a row,
late.
very late.
Very late.
I mean, I guess it's not late for Caleb since Caleb normally stays up till 5.
Oh no, it was late. That this weekend it was late for me.
A lot
Yeah.
of stuff we can't necessarily talk about, but you know.
Yeah. But it was a good time. It was a good time.
It
We
was
got to
good.
hang
It
out
was great.
with some fun people that we don't get to see very often and eat some good food.
Yep.
All kinds of fun
It's
stuff.
pretty much all just peaks, except for having to get up in the morning.
That's
Yes.
literally
And going to bed.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
but
And then Monday, here we were. And
Yeah. Being professional again.
as we can be.
Yes.
Love it.
I know. And almost color coordinated. Caleb
Almost.
ruined it when he came in with a red shirt.
That's why I made you sit on the other side of the table,
Oh,
quite
okay.
frankly. So we
Gotcha.
went side by side purple, you know.
actually, I think
I
we're
see.
using green screen on that, so, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, so, I guess beyond the weekend,
Yes.
we had something major happen last week.
What was that?
Travis was fired.
Oh, stop it.
Travis was fired, thrown out the door, like typical cardboard box with his stuff in it, with the fake plant inside of it. He walked outside, did a U-turn, came back, walked in, and now he is part of the commercial auto team.
Yes.
And he's putting in some hours.
Yeah.
I mean, we're literally working him like a dog.
Yeah. No
24-hour shifts, no sleep, no light, making him
food.
study. Yep, no food at all.
Hardly any.
He gets a little piece if he learns something.
He gets to come out for periodic bathroom breaks, but that's it.
Yeah, so,
Then it's back to the room to train.
but yeah, he's hitting it hard, and we couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier personally. I'm just happy to see the whole team grow, and
Yeah.
it's awesome to see where we all started. It's crazy. Like, it's just how it's all shaping, and I think it's all coming together perfectly. And this is a huge step up. So I think everybody here is going to be very excited to have you with
Big
us.
things in the making.
Exactly.
Big things.
So, Travis, I do have a question, though.
All right.
Before you moved into the trucking department, and so now that you're training, you're with Caleb a lot back here in the back room. But when you spent your time out front, you've been here for a few months now. What's your assessment of everybody here in the office? Like
each person?
each person, yeah. What do you see? Because we've kind of done this. Caleb and I have done this. Like, what do you see as the role of each person here on just a more personal level, not professional?
I feel like, okay, I'm going to start with Amanda.
'Kay.
She's up at the front. I feel like she keeps everything together for us. Like
Okay.
all the things that could fall in the cracks or that need to be, she's like the last person to make sure everything gets done. I was
Yes.
trying to think of like a construction term. Punch list.
Punch
so like on a
list.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, so like on
At
a
all.
project, when you're 99% done, it's the last final to-do list of, you got to make sure you change out that light fixture. Oh, you got to add
Yeah.
that, like the last
The
finishing
caulking and
touches.
the tub, that
finishing
kind of stuff.
touches that you have to do before the job's done.
Okay.
She is like the punch list girl.
Make
Like,
sure that it's all wrapped up.
all the things are where they
nicely.
need to be. All the things are in place.
Gotcha.
It's all of that. So
Okay.
she is very important.
Yes,
I've always
very
said she's
much
like
so.
mama bear of the office.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
great way to put it.
yeah. So she
And I
kind of
haven't
takes.
been here too terribly long, so I'm still
That's
getting a
true.
feel.
This is kind of an unfair question, and the answers might change. Let's say 6 months from now, even.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Michaela, she is big in the social media,
Yes.
marketing, making things look pretty and coordinated and stuff like that. But she is also a worker when it comes to PNC. Like whenever I was first starting, like she was kind of my go-to gal, and she did my stuff, helped me with my stuff, and did her stuff. So
yes.
she was really good with that. The other two, Jake and Dusty, they're workers, I guess. They're always doing something. I
Put
wouldn't
their
say they're
hands in a
doing
little bit of everything.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. But then, yeah, you guys, it was a whole nother world. Especially you, Caleb, being behind this wall. Nobody knew what you were doing.
Caleb is a mystery.
Sometimes
An
it would
enigma,
be
if you
really
will.
quiet, and a lot of times it would be really loud.
Yeah.
You know when Caleb makes a sale
Yes.
because there's like hooting and hollering back here.
Yep, and
Yeah.
now I'm back here, and I
Yeah.
get to really experience it. So.
At full volume.
Full volume.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every
Yep.
day's different, you know.
Yes.
But you two have been like a little duo, weighing each other out and helping each other out any way you can. So
Yeah.
Now we're becoming the Holy Trinity.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yes.
And so we are like steeds and like coming in on horseback,
that's
lighting the
that's
way.
musketeers. Three musketeers.
Three
Because
musketeers.
we're on horseback.
The steeds are the horses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're the Three Stooges.
That might be more accurate.
We're figuring it out.
Yeah.
Also,
we'll have a
I
name
have
for
to
it.
say, for anybody who's familiar with the Will Ferrell movie Step Brothers, These two have reminded me very much of Dale and Brennan from Step Brothers. Just their dynamic. And
I'm still not sure if this is a compliment.
Yeah.
It is, though. It is. Like, they get along famously, and they're just kind of, you're a dynamic duo. But the funniest part that mirrors the movie so much, this weekend we had to stay at like an Airbnb. You know what I'm going to say. An Airbnb place that had tons of bedrooms because we needed that for everybody. And they ended up having to split a room that had bunk beds in it, much like Dale and Brennan in the movie Step Brothers.
Now, there were 2 sets of bunk beds.
2 sets of bunk beds.
Not one of us had to choose.
Yeah.
Like, I'm on top.
Right, no.
But if there was only one, there'd be way more room for activity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I would get on top of it and it would smash you.
Right.
While you're underneath it.
And you guys could build things at
Yeah.
night
Yes.
in your spare time.
Karate in the garage.
Exactly.
Night vision goggles.
Yeah.
All of
No,
it.
it cracked me up because I had this set of nicknames for them already before we arrived at the Airbnb, and they ended up having to share this room with the bunk beds, and then I was like, see,
So,
it makes sense.
I am now Nighthawk.
And I'm
Night-
Dragon.
And this
Dragon.
is Dragon.
Yeah. And it fits. Nighthawk and Dragon. I love it.
And we got Jannie to watch over us.
Yeah. Yeah, if I ever need to get in the middle, I'm prepared. I
Yeah.
grew up with 2 brothers, so it's like a natural thing for me.
It's normal. It's just normal.
Totally normal.
I actually have a question.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a tough one for you. Who's your favorite owner?
All the questions are coming towards me.
Well, yeah, because you're new, man. We gotta pressure you.
You're sitting on your own side of the table, so this is like an interview.
And plus, me and Jannie have sat and done this before, and you have to now answer
It is
it.
time. It's your turn, Travis.
Okay.
Travie T.
So the question was, who is my favorite owner?
Yep.
Okay. In what regard? Just like
No,
as
no,
a
no.
person?
Yeah. I mean,
For
they'll take
whatever
it.
reason.
They'll take it as they hear it.
I feel like it would. I have a lot of history with Jake, so
Gotcha.
I'm sure if everyone had to guess who my favorite was,
Okay.
I
Probably
think
Jake.
everybody would think it was Jake.
He's gonna love this answer.
So basically you
and
say-
he's going to
He is.
announce it to everybody.
Yeah, he's my go-to
So
guy.
basically, what you're saying is you don't like Dusty, Amanda, or Michaela.
I mean, that's pretty much.
Okay.
what I'm
Okay.
saying.
I mean, what order?
I mean,
I'm just joking.
just putting me on the spot.
I'm just
Yeah.
joking.
Yeah, Jake can feel good about himself being number one.
Oh, yeah, he'll brag about it.
Honestly, I wouldn't be here without him.
That's true.
Same.
So I
Same
kinda
here.
look to him.
You and Jake do go way back. You were friends for a long time before you ever came to work here.
Growing up, flag football, school, sports, hanging out. Yep, you
Yeah.
name it. He was there.
I was forced to like him, so pretty much how it's put.
You sure were.
Yeah.
Well, when your sister married him, you kind of didn't have a choice.
Oh, yeah.
Either get on board or.
Yep. And I did not like it at all. Did not like Jake a long time ago.
Just had to
You
deal
guys
with it.
Nope.
have come a long way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like when I was younger, I'm pretty sure I tried like splitting them up and making it not happen. So I was like that brother, but no,
But
we
you're
all love
glad
him.
You did it now, yeah.
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 So, if you were an animal, what would you be?
Caleb, I love your social cues as far as like questions and being able to.
Yeah, we're interrogating you, man. You've sat down with everybody else.
Well,
We
these-
have not gotten asked these questions.
But to be fair, these
Yeah.
are questions we have actually been asked during this podcast.
Yes.
You know, I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
Whenever we were in the Uber this weekend, a lot of these similar questions were asked to the driver.
Oh,
Like all of the questions. Just
I like being
True.
friendly.
yes.
Caleb is a very friendly backseat rider. Anytime we're in an Uber, he is always chatting up the driver
Chatting up the driver.
every time.
Well, I just like making sure that everyone is like not in an awkward stance of.
You
Honestly,
do a
we got an
good
Uber
job.
driver this weekend. She opens the door. We had 7 people. She opens the door and I hear the light, like either Peruvian flute music or light guitar or class. I don't even know what it was, and it smelled like 20 pounds of Febreze hit my nose, and we just.
Pounds of Febreze.
It was that strong, and I'm just sitting in the back.
But the best part of that whole Uber experience was anything that could have been bedazzled there was a tissue box that was
There really was. There
bedazzled.
was so much bedazzling.
There was a seatbelt cover that was bedazzled. It was like wearing a disco ball. Like if you could wear a disco ball, that's what it would have been like. I feel like there was maybe bling on the backside
Yeah.
of the seats.
She had a tablet like strapped to the back for us to play games, and there was like rate my Uber. It was just very not one word spoken. Didn't ask us how our day was going.
It was quite possibly the most awkward Uber experience I've had.
Was I in that Uber?
No,
You were not in this one. We had to,
that's right.
get
That's
two
only
separate ones.
Okay.
But there was some different music. It was almost spa-like, but maybe with a little mystical sounds mixed in.
Okay.
And all the bling, which didn't quite match up with the music situation that was going on. And then just no conversation.
I thought I was gonna be murdered. To be straightforward, I mean, it was a very weird, unsettling.
With a bedazzled knife.
Literally, it was such an unsettling experience.
I didn't get murder from that. It was just awkward. It was very awkward.
Okay, so back to your question.
Back to the question. Yeah.
If I was an animal, what would I be?
Yeah.
I would pick a bear.
Okay.
Because I get to sleep the entire winter.
Okay.
And I would be able to eat anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's a good answer.
Anything. Any animal you pick, I could eat it.
Yeah.
If I was a bear. So I'm pretty confident.
You were
that
kind of
that's
giving me like an ant vibe.
an ant vibe.
Yeah.
What gave you that?
Nothing. I just wanted to say that.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I could do an ant.
Yeah. No reason. Anyway, so on to the next question. So I thought we would kind of discuss like so how has it been learning? Like how's everything been going for you?
Overwhelming.
Overwhelming?
Yeah. Just because it's all new, very new.
Yeah, because you just got licensed not that long ago.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, and getting your license doesn't necessarily translate into knowing how to do
No.
everything.
Not at all.
There is definitely still a transition
Yeah.
period between the two.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it is overwhelming.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with the sales process. Like, that's what I like.
Oh, yes.
I'd like to figure it out very quickly because I want to know what the next thing is. But when I don't know step one or, like, what it even means, I'm like, I can only do some. It's kind of frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember that same feeling when I first got into insurance because you take this test and you're ready to just go. Like, okay, I'm legal. I've got my license. I'm ready to go. And then you get into it and there's still a lot to learn. And I remember being overwhelmed and thinking, like, is there ever going to be a point in time where I can just do this and just get in there? And then one day it just clicks and then you're good to go.
Yep.
The day that I don't have to ask any questions is a day I am looking forward to.
Yeah.
Well, now
yeah.
I will say, I still ask questions daily. Caleb can attest to that.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I mean, even though you're obviously new, and you kind of recently got into. I mean, you've obviously been in a little bit longer. It's just I feel like we're all learning. Like me and Jannie have only been the only ones kind of communicating. So adding that third person there, like you're gonna have to learn to talk to someone else, and I'm learning how to finally teach somebody. Even though I've kind of taught you, it's just. It's a whole thing, so I feel like we're all kind of going through
It's all new for all of us.
Literally, it is. I mean, seriously. I mean, adding any new member to a team is it's somewhat of a struggle. Just trying to figure out everyone's vibes and
well,
how
and I
everyone's
think
processing things.
Establishing, we're the most visible members of the trucking department, so we're kind of like the faces of the trucking department, if you will.
Yeah.
So we're still trying to make adjustments as we go along. As we add new people, then the roles kind of shift a little bit, and just figuring out what all our roles are and how we're communicating that and how we're working together and making sure that everybody's on the same page. So
Yeah, it's definitely been a struggle.
Yeah.
it's like I'm trying to mitigate everything to everybody, but it's just like it's tough. It's just trying to get a game plan together, and
Yeah,
I think
but
we're
you're
all
doing a
killing
good
it.
job.
No, everybody here, everyone's
doing
killing it right now. So,
Yeah.
I mean, hell, Travis is literally just surprising me every day. Jannie's surprising me every day. It's almost like everyone's just kind of finally falling in line, and it's perfect.
And we're only at the cusp of this.
Literally.
So much more.
So much more opportunity for everything, and I think just down the road as things get bigger and bigger and bigger, like we're gonna look back at this and be like, holy crap, why were we like that? Or why this is not even, this is below us now, like this is just but yeah, I know we'll definitely figure some things out to make things 20 times easier too.
Yeah.
So
Well, and I think that's part of a job like this. Is I honestly, like, as much as you know and as much as you learn, there's always room for more growth and more to know. So I think that's part of what keeps the job interesting, is that things are always changing, and there's always opportunities to expand your breadth of knowledge, or come up with your own systems to help you do your job better.
Yeah.
And that's what I think, that's the mode that we're in, is like, okay, we had a system for this level of growth. Now we're ready to take that to a new level, and we get to collaborate and work together to create systems that are going to help us continue to expand the way that we want to, the way that we are, but like continue to expand in bigger ways that we have a vision for. So, and
reliance too, like just like having a system and process in place where we can rely on each other to keep us accountable for it. It's nice to finally have a trio where I can actually like bounce things off, and we have more than just two voices, or one voice in my head, where I'm pulling my hair out and talking to myself and writing stuff on the wall to figure stuff out. So it's nice having three brains to kind of back and forth and what's right and what's wrong. So so where do you guys see yourself in 10 years? Like, where do you see this going? Like, what do you want out of this?
As big as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
More is better.
More is better.
Okay.
Exactly. 10 years from now, man, I don't want to announce how old I'm going to be 10 years from now, but...
Please tell.
Oh, sure. Let's just talk about that. But yeah, 10 years from now, obviously I want to be in a place of mastery. Like I said, there's always room for growth. There's always room to learn more. And I always want to be looking for ways to stretch myself and looking for ways to learn. But I want to be in a place where I am teaching other people as a part of the growth process. And just being a part of, I just want to see the team grow. You know what I mean? So being a part of that, and that's what's exciting about being where we are, is we're going to have the opportunity to not only watch the department grow, but be a part of shaping how it grows.
At the ground floor.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 years from now,
what about you, buddy?
My thing is, man, I just want more Jannies. I want more Travises.
Who doesn't want more Travie T's? And
I mean,
Jannies?
seriously. I mean, I think this is going to be big, and I just can't wait till we have a podcast where we have to get like a 360 lens, or like you have to like go around the room and they're seeing the whole team, and I'm just excited for it. Because I mean, like everyone, I mean, you guys both said it. It's like this is ground level, and I'm excited. I really think. I'm glad to see you guys here, and I'm really happy to make things go bigger. But I mean, you can always say bigger, but I know we're all going to kill it. So,
well, I mean, the journey for Travis and I, both even becoming a part of the commercial trucking department, I got hired on in personal lines. He got hired on in personal lines. But it's interesting how life just kind of, veers you into the path where you're supposed to land.
Yep.
That wasn't my intention necessarily to get into commercial auto, but that's where I landed, and this seems like a really good fit for me now. But I would not have necessarily thought that in the beginning, and you
same thing
probably didn't either. So that's the part about the future that's exciting, is like we think we have an idea of what's going to happen, but the future has a way of showing you what is going to happen anyway. So I think as long as we just keep showing up every day and doing our job and doing what we're supposed to do, we're going to watch things just kind of fall into place.
Watch it happen.
Before and that's exciting. Yeah.
What about you? Like, where do you see like and honestly, I wasn't even trying to ask that question like it was just job related. It kind of just went that way. But like, what do you? I mean, I guess with this, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
10 years, I want to be really good at what I do. I've always enjoyed having teams. Like in construction, I had anywhere from like 20 to 40 people under me. But those were, different industry entirely. But having that ability to be the person that they look at, that they go to, that they ask questions about, like you're in that role right now on a smaller scale, but having teams under you where their work directly reflects you I like that challenge because then you are instilling your skills, your knowledge in
Passing it on.
passing it on. So then it's, whenever I do something good, you're like, my dad, good job, son.
I literally told him, I was like, man, you almost brought a tear to my eye today.
But yeah, no, same thing. Just be at a place where everything's bigger, everything's better. Outside of work, I'm going to have some older kids than what they are now. Hopefully figure out life a little bit more.
Yeah.
Make a little bit more money. Yeah. All is good.
So it sounds like everybody here just wants a bigger team.
Yeah. Basically.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I seriously, it's like a dream.
Bigger team so I can travel more too.
So you don't have to have your work run on you?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, no, 10 years from now, same thing. Like I want to expand in pretty much all areas of my life, whether that's work or, I want to live in a little bit bigger house. Not much bigger. I don't want a lot to clean, but a little bit bigger house. I want to travel more. 10 years from now, gosh, all of my kids will be graduated. So
I mean, life's just you're walking at that point.
exactly. Yeah, I'll be married, no kids living at home, ideally. Hopefully not. Yeah, and then, I don't know, I want to be at a place where I feel like I'm making all the decisions in my life. Like, life's not happening to me, but I'm in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
That's where I want to be.
Yeah.
I like that. What about you, Caleb?
Personally, man, I want to leave an impact. I have never, honestly, money, I love it. Love money. God, I love life. But I just want to make an impact.
Yeah.
No matter where that is in my avenue, I don't care how big or how small it is. I just want to get older and feel like maybe I'm not making a huge impact environmentally on the world, but helping people out or whatever it may be, but just knowing I have left something behind that I feel like I'm happy about. Just get it as big as I freaking can and then just go with it. That's all that's kind of my dream, just kind of with anything I've been doing. Whether was it when I was in college or just kind of grow up in high school, I just kind of had this almost feeling like I wanted to do something bigger than myself. So obviously it used to be bigger than me at the time, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Keeps you hungry.
Exactly.
I like that.
But yeah, that's just then obviously just traveling. What else do you do? There's not much, but traveling's definitely a number one. I'm hoping next year I can get out of this country and go somewhere else and go see something that
Go to Japan.
Yeah,
That's
wherever
on
it
your
may
list.
be. That's definitely on my list, and I just, there's life's too long to.
What's the top
or short.
three places that you would like to visit?
Munich, Germany.
Okay.
Tokyo, Japan. And maybe London, England, but that's a boring one personally. I don't know. That's just not of interest to me. Honestly, Vietnam or Thailand. So either one of those, I would just love.
Okay.
And Russia, if they ever, aren't fighting Ukraine in a war. But
Yeah. That'd be a good prerequisite for visiting
usually
Russia.
even Ukraine, I probably wouldn't want to go there right now. But every country, I want to knock every country off my bucket list. Even Antarctica, even though it's not a country. I want to travel every continent, go to every place. Obviously some are just impossible to go to.
Just find a cute little Airbnb on Antarctica.
Yeah. I think there's a little igloo out there or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go swim with a polar bear. But yeah, that's just kind of what I want. What about you?
Man, I definitely want to go to Mexico again.
Okay.
I definitely want to go to Scotland. I recently figured out I'm 60-something% Scottish.
See, everyone goes to London and they never ever want to go to
Scotland.
Scotland. It is beautiful.
I want to go back. It's beautiful.
See, you've been there even. And I'm a big Irish whiskey guy too, so Scotland, Ireland, everywhere around there. I think that would be pretty sweet. Where else would I like to go? I don't know. Wherever with my kids and with my wife.
Yeah.
As long as I'm with them, I think it's a fun time.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, awesome. Is there anything you guys want to say before?
It's okay. You don't have to ask me. It's
I was
fine.
just going to ask Jannie.
Oh, I thought Jannie. I thought you just. I'm sorry.
No.
That's my fault.
She said she wanted to travel. She never said where.
That's how my mind works. I usually get so distracted by 20 things, but
It's okay.
I'm with you. I would like to revisit Scotland because I was in college when I went last time, and I was with a group, so I had to go with the group itinerary, which was fine. It was absolutely gorgeous, but I want to go back now as an adult. and go to the places that I want to go to and experience it with my soon-to-be husband. I'd love to do that. So Scotland and Ireland, I think that would be a fantastic trip. I would love to go back. I've been to Italy before, but I've been to Rome, so like busy, bustling city, and but I'd like to explore more of like the Tuscany region, and
That'd be awesome.
yeah, I think that would be amazing. And then just domestically, I would absolutely love to visit Maine, the lighthouses, like just kind of do a New England tour. Actually, I think like New England in the fall would be so pretty, and I've never seen any of those states in the fall before.
Jannie, you're doing that this upcoming flipping year. That's not even a 10-year thing. That's like a this year thing.
Yeah, well, it might be next year. Like we might postpone our honeymoon for a year because there's so much happening this year.
Yeah.
Plus, he's a teacher, and so your time off is
Pretty restricted.
pretty
when you can
restricted.
go.
Exactly.
Well, I'm
So,
jealous. Dude, oh my gosh, Maine is so beautiful.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I've never been, and that's just always been a bucket list thing. And so when my fiance and I first started dating, and we still talk on the phone all the time, but one of our earliest conversations, we found out that both of us have never been to Maine, and that's always been on our bucket list. So we decided then and there,
Oh,
like,
boom.
we will go there someday together, and
It was meant to be.
it's meant to be. It's gonna have to happen. So
Are you gonna eat a lobster roll?
absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
I think
can't
that would be
not go.
a tragedy to go there and not eat a lobster roll.
Yeah.
That's just against the rules.
Pretty much. I've always wanted to go there. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness gracious. I feel like everyone always forgets about the kind of the northeastern states and like how beautiful they are. Like no one ever, like everyone always says Colorado or
Colorado or the
Florida,
beaches.
California.
Yeah.
No one says Texas. That's facts right there.
Oh, no offense to Texas.
Texas is
Your
nice.
state is lovely and beautiful, and we insure a lot of trucking companies in Texas.
So we love Texas,
We
actually.
love Texas.
Every time I've been to Texas, there's tons of stuff to do there. It's just, it all requires you to be 21
Oh.
to have fun. So, like, I've just hated it because I can't do the stuff that's fun. So,
You can now, though.
but I can now. So, I'd probably appreciate it a little bit more. But
Yes. So he redacts his statement.
redacts now that I'm 21.
Yeah.
But previous me would have said no.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. Well, anything as we wrap this up that you want to say, like what going into this week? What are your goals this week?
my goals this week is to kill it.
Kill it.
Like every week.
Yeah.
I want us, like, I feel like, last week we kind of had Travis kind of coming over and stuff. I want this week to be like we're all
Hammered out.
hammering it, like going to town on it.
That's what my goal is. Activity.
Yep.
Yes. Me
That's
too.
all I want to do.
I'm just gonna try to keep up with you guys. That's what I'm gonna try to do.
And you will. And
Yeah,
know it.
I will.
I think now that, and this, I'll just end it off on this. I think now, like, we have a solid ground.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna kill it. I think we have more brains on the team, which is just. We're all gonna. Seriously, we're all gonna be connected. I can't be happier. So,
Yeah.
anything else you guys want to say?
I think that's it.
think that's
We
a
covered
good
a lot
spot
of ground.
Talked
Lot
about
of
a lot
growth.
of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some serious and some very silly. But I think the most important thing to remember is that we need to call this guy Travie T. I think that's my biggest takeaway from this
That's
time.
me.
Yeah.
All right, so give a shout out to Travie T on Facebook.
Appreciate all you lovely
I'm so
fans.
sorry, Travis. Please don't hate me
It's
forever.
fine, We're just...
My name is Jannie, so that's punishment enough.
Yeah, you
right?
can't have a cool nickname.
I can't have a cool nickname.
I always call her Yanni, but that's never really stuck with anyone but me.
That's
So
bad.
it's not really a nickname.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Peace out,
Awesome, guys.
Sweet. See ya.
Have a good week.
Let's get it.
Get it.
Let's get it.
Please make it stop. How do we turn this off?
No, we just sit
We're just
here.
gonna sit here until
I think we
the
pressed the
cameras
red.
die.